Hi everyone, my name is Francis. I am a clinical therapist operating as a coach, and what I do is create spaces for people to wake up within. And I do that through transformative coaching and plant medicine journeys. You're here because you want to know a bit more about this crash course to inner child healing. But the question is, how do we even know that we still have inner child healing to do? What is inner child healing? And when I share what those signs are, you're going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's me. And there are quite a few signs, but we only have a little time here. The first sign is that we take things personally and assume we're being emotionally attacked by others. This was a biggie for me, and I had to really do some deep dive to work through this. The next sign is we have a hard time controlling our emotions because they feel so intense and out of control. And as a result, we find ourselves saying or doing things that we later regret. I know y'all feel me about that. I definitely said some things out of my mouth. Like, remember that temper tantrum that you had at Aunt Susie's house at that family dinner? Yeah, that's where we need to do some inner child healing. Next sign is we don't do well with criticism, whether it's constructive or not. We don't want to hear it. And so the ego is usually front and center. Another sign is we find ourselves in toxic relationships, replaying what we've seen in our childhoods. And this isn't just like romantic relationships. It could be with your coworkers, siblings, and even that next door neighbor that you kind of don't like. Another sign is we have difficulties being alone with ourselves. Or we always need to be surrounded by people. Always have to have people around to fill some sort of void. Like I usually say, we're either running away or we're running into. Another sign is we find ourselves really talking bad about ourselves, the self-judgment, and being very negative in our self-talk. And honestly, we most likely heard those phrases, those words as a child, and then we took them with us into adulthood. And usually I ask my clients, whose voice is that, right? And so healing our inner child is the key to healing the wounds within, so we can have better relationships with ourselves and other people. We're not taught how to do this. I'm telling you, even in grad school, I don't really recall going too deep with this, which is interesting because this is like the core, the things that we struggle with. And so we're not taught how to do this because most people we interact with are really projecting their own trauma onto us. And so we're just kind of like engaging in trauma back and forth. So my invitation to you is to join my crash course to inner child healing. Get the conversation started by learning the skill sets, learning the blind spots so that you can actually do your own deep healing. By the end of this course, you'll gain a deeper understanding of the wounds your inner child holds on to, the elements of a wounded child. You'll recognize your own wounding tools and how you've used them over the years, but you'll also learn functional tools that'll help you begin the journey to heal your inner child. You'll then explore what it means to set healthy boundaries, because this is key. You're gonna discuss the different ways you can reparent the self and learn the elements of an integrated adult. And at the end, we're gonna walk through a deep inner child healing meditation, and you're gonna be ready to really begin this process. I look forward to seeing you in class. Make sure you share this with a friend, bring a buddy, and let's get this started. Let's get this journey going. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the other side.